Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Wednesday, October 23rd, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2024. The GFS model showing the first heavy snow for the Sierra will occur by the first week of November. Keep calm. It's boom time. Severe Hurricane Christie is gaining power in the eastern Pacific. The good news, the storm is not expected to impact land in any way. Here is the current position of Cat 4 Christie and the current tracks showing it headed nowhere. There still is a chance for tropical development, especially in the Caribbean, October 30th through November 2nd. And we're keeping a close eye on that because the ocean heat content still remains quite high in the main development area. And the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season certainly isn't over. We're at Oscar, but we still have Patty, Raphael, and Sarah possibly to come. A deluge has been unleashed. Another powerful atmospheric river drenches the Pacific Northwest. A potent storm brought heavy rain and gusting winds to southwestern Canada and the U.S. state of Washington, and that means heavy snow for British Columbia. And take a look, the statewide snowpack here in Colorado soars to 379% of average. Holy macaroni. Shut up, Al! Get in your hole! Al Gore is not happy with those totals. And it's only the beginning, folks. This is the middle of fall. We're not even in winter. And according to Snowbrains, a midweek dusting serves as an appetizer to next week's bigger storm across the Rockies. Here's the full forecast. Elevated to critical fire weather concerns in southern New England. Warm temperatures, dry conditions, and gusty winds will increase, elevated to critical fire weather concerns across portions of Connecticut today. You could see South Jersey on the list as well, so heed the warnings. It also appears to be some freeze warnings for Southwest Oregon. The latest run of the GFS model shows heavy snow across the upper 48. Let's take a look. We will walk it through for you. Here is your Thursday into Friday. You can see some snow moving into the Pacific Northwest region, dropping down into the northern Rockies, including Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. And let's move it through the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fun day. And you can see most of the activity is going to be in eastern Canada as well as western Canada. Nothing much for the States. As we move into Monday, the snow and the systems will drop down the Rocky Mountain front all the way into the Four Corners region, bringing huge snows for the South San Juans, as well as other regions that haven't seen much snow at all this season, including the Sierra Crest there. And then a second system at the end of the week could bring some heavy totals for the Sierras. More snow to the Rockies and the Northern Plains. It's looking quite good for ski resorts through the first week of November. A November to remember. Mark my words. Seismic update. Big quake today off the Kamchatka Peninsula. 6.2 at 48 kilometers. Keeping a close eye on that region. Overall, low-level activity worldwide. Heading to worldwide volcano news. Nevado de Ruiz is the first volcano on the list for the 23rd to 24,000 feet. Ducono to 9. Take a look at this pyroclastic flow activity at Santo Huito in Guatemala. Spectacular video link below. Liwatobi to 8,000 foot, Popo to 22,000 foot, Ibu to 6, Semaru puffing and passing 14,000 foot blast at Santo Huito, Fuego to 15, Nevado de Ruiz 21 foot puff. Only steam and gas at Sabancaya, 21,000 foot at Popo, 6,000 for Ibu, 21 for Sungay, 8,000 for Liwatobi. Ibu puffing and passing the 6,000 foot there. Semaru, 14,000 foot blast, 15 at Fuego. Nevado de Ruiz wrapping up the list with a 20,000 foot puff. Well, we may be at solar max, but it certainly looks like solar minimum. The sun has been at sea level activity for almost a continuous week. Sunspot activity is pathetic at best. And well, what was once touted as one of the largest sunspot cycles ever could be coming to a close, as not that spectacular at all as far as the last 5 sunspots are concerned, to say the least. More on that. The 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all quiet, and there was a filament eruption in CME earlier on Wednesday. Let's take a look at that video. I always hate that there is the filament and there is the eruption. A minor amount of plasma is headed our way, potentially. Now, according to the awkward nature of the eruption, coronagraph imagery reveals seemingly weak and northerly directed CME should be little impact to Earth. None of the plasma or solar wind models are showing a coronal mass ejection headed towards us, so that's good news. Now, a big question, where is the comet tonight? And we're talking about Chuchuslan Atlas. It is getting further and further away. We'll show you the quick chart where to look tonight. If you can find Venus at sunset and then Vega up above, the comet is literally right between the two. Here is the Milky Way if you're in a dark zone. Bad news, the Headless Halloween Comet that many said could be visible during the day is already doomed. It's breaking apart and it has almost certainly disintegrated. There's probably not much left of its primary core. Bad news there. Now, the other night we warned you about the fate of Boeing's fated satellite, Intelsat 33E. It stopped transmitting data for a lot of areas in Europe, but there is new news now. It exploded in space after experiencing an anomaly. This has become the latest conspiracy theory. But, like I said, Boeing gone. The U.S. Space Force is tracking debris in space after a satellite manufactured by Boeing, of course, exploded earlier this week, according to the operator. Now, this satellite, which was launched in 2016 and provides communications across Europe, Asia, and Africa, supposedly experienced an anomaly on Saturday. Attempts were made to work with Boeing to repair the satellite, but on Monday, the U.S. Space Force confirmed that the satellite had exploded. And no one knows why. And now space agencies are tracking the debris from the Boeing-built satellite in orbit because it could cause the catastrophic Kessler syndrome we've talked about on the channel. And that is a cascading failure of all satellites in low Earth orbit. Now, the good news is that this was out in geostationary orbit, but some of that debris may be haphazardly traveling towards Earth now. From the Big Bang to the long freeze, scientists propose a surprising end to the universe, and it's nothing but science fiction and gobbledygook. The new gobbledygook research into holographic dark energy suggests that you can make up anything and get funding. A link will be below. If you didn't know, an expose just coming out in just a few hours on this channel, The Great Barrier Reef Hustle with Peter Ridd. Please share this with all your climate alarmist friends. Peter Ridd is one of the most esteemed of colleagues on the Australian Reef, and we have you got to go over and see the discussion we have. It exposes everything. If you're looking to prepare for a dystopian future that we're headed into and you need some emergency preparedness medication, consider getting your family the Jace case. It helps our channel. It helps your peace of mind and preparedness. And we've just added compounded ivermectin in 30 capsule, 12 milligram doses. Prior to that, we just had the 3 milligram dose, but now compounded 12 milligram, 30 capsule ivermectin, as well as anything else you want to put in there, including any antibiotic or any medicine. You want to personalize your case, Jace allows you to do it. Go get it. The link will be below. And guys, we want you all to follow us over here on X, the only free speech platform left, except for perhaps Rumble, where we post some of the best memes all day, all the breaking news that you should know or need to know. Take a look at this.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We are shadow banned. We need your help to grow. Become a Patreon, support the work we do, and watch all of our podcasts in one place, commercial free. Follow us over on X and laugh at Cackling Camilla. But please join us over here on this channel at the Great Barrier Reef Hustle for one of the greatest exposés on the climate scam in modern history. Be safe. We love you. And that is a boom.